So this is the first search of the Turner trials this last year in 2019, and it's a super interesting search. It was really fun. It's a really natural area, so there's a lot of poop around, a lot of weird smells. Um, Iona did great on this one. This is kind of like the stuff that she really likes to search, and it was a really fun one. You'll see she misses two hides. They're both elevated hides, so I'll talk about that a little bit. She also hits on a really cool converging odor problem and overall just a lot of fun. So we could start wherever we wanted, so I choose to start downwind and kind of off to one side of the search area. So you can see she gets into odor really quick right here and ends up alerting right on the bottom of that bucket.
Alert?
So
Yes.
great start.
One. Nice job.
Then she hops right into this conversion odor problem. So you see she gets right into another scent cone right there. Starts working it.
Alert? Yes. Yes. Good girl.
And then she doesn't know where the search area is, so she goes the complete wrong way from here. And so I do my little front cross, bring her back along. And then you see, oh, there's a third scent cone. So this is a really tight conversion odor problem. Look at how close those two hides are. She did great here. I think she was the only dog to get all three of these hides. So pretty proud of her.
Alert? Yes.
There's some really interesting problems in this search. The next one is really tough, and she works it really well. But I never actually called alert on it. And the reason is that she's been giving me some false alerts on elevated hides. And so I'm really looking for her to show a really sustained up interest in her elevated hides and not just kind of like popping up and then looking back at me. So you can see here, she starts to work kind of far away. And the hide is in that tree, in some bushes in that tree. And so you can see she starts getting kind of closer and then even hopping up and then going further away and coming closer and hopping up. And I'm pretty sure that the hide is in those bushes. In fact, when I walked by it, I could smell it. So I know there's a hide around here. And so I'm just kind of waiting to see what she does, because oftentimes odor can get stuck to bushes. But she keeps coming up to that area, but just doesn't kind of stay there. And I think it might have been because she couldn't get her feet up on anything, so she didn't kind of do like a little prairie dog move. You can see she's so good right here. She picks up on odor again. A lot of the teams got stuck in those big gates, and then she never quite gets there. So eventually, I think I try to move out of her way here. Yeah, that's what happened. I tried to move out of her way, and then she ended up taking it as a let's go right there. And then so we kind of like moved along. She shaked off. She's like, I'm frustrated. I couldn't find that hide, but she kept going. So that happens sometimes. In that situation, I would rather wait on it than call yes and get a no. You can see she's in odor. She's dragging me to this. There she goes. Isn't that amazing? Works it up to the top and then back down. She's still in odor here, and she's still on the same one. It's awesome. Just amazing to watch. She's like a shark underwater, smelling her prey, and then she sticks her nose under this pile. And I called alert because I saw that huge scent cone that she had been sourcing. So a really cool one. Trusted her on that one. And then right there, she's on poop. So you can see the difference at what it looks like when she's smelling poop and when she is smelling a hide. So those are real close together. Again, she's in odor here, dragging me to the next hide. This hide was in this big horse exerciser thing, and there was odor leaking out of all the sides. So you can see she eventually picks a side, and I think she comes back to another side. But Jeff had told us that he would accept anything on this area. So that's good to know. Some judges seem to have larger yes zones than other judges, so sometimes it pays to know who you're judging under. So this is pretty much just a big, long search area. So the plan was next to go back and just search it all the way back to the start. I wanted to go back to that elevated hide in the bushes that I had a pretty good idea was there, and just kind of search the rest of the area. what you can't see is there's a huge dumpster full of horse poop right next to the search. It was pretty intense. That one right there, see that dumpster on the left? That one had a bunch of horse poop all the way full. So let's see when she catches odor right there. So you see she caught another scent cone, and this one ends up being really tough. What happened is there was an elevated hide and a very low hide. And she is working really hard to figure the two of them out. And she kind of figures out the puzzle, but she never alerts on the elevated hide, so I didn't end up calling it. So you can see this odor is just all over this this little elevated area back there. And I mean, what she really needed to be was off leash for this. So, but it was the first search in the trial. So here she goes. There's that hide, but she doesn't quite come back to it. It's interesting. So she's starting to work this elevated hide, and then let's see when she finds that lower one. So she's doing a nice job working here, and then she catches the low one right there. And then she goes, I'm going for the low-hanging fruit, and then promptly forgets about that other hide. So, you know, that happens. That's a really good puzzle to set for your dog, a high hide overshadowing a lower hide like that.
This way, girl.
Of course, the parts of the search where she catches odor are the most exciting, but you know, knowing what your dog looks like in big blank areas is super important. And you can see as I take her back around this water truck, she shows no sign of being an odor. So you know, you can see that I do that front cross thing right there and get her back to the truck, right? And she's working along really nicely. Just not showing me any signs at all that she's an odor. So I think I try to get her back under that tree one more time. And you'll see this is kind of interesting. She catches odor and then goes, nah, I already found that one. So I think that's what happened there. So she catches a little bit of odor and then moves along. So this was such a great place to search. I love searching in natural spots like this. If you ever get the opportunity to participate in a Turner trial, I would highly recommend it. Nothing like it.
Nice job. Thank you.